Okay, boys and girls, so today we're going to be moving on to main idea paragraph 2. We're going to start by writing a main idea sentence. This sentence should describe what your invention is like now. So my sentence sounds like, in modern times, the calendar has 365 days. Every 4 years, the calendar is adjusted with a leap year to keep the seasons in line with the months. So this is a description. I used 2 sentences to describe how the calendar is these days. Your invention may have changed. It may have even changed names. And you can describe that as well in your sentences describing what it is like now. So this might be 1 sentence or 2 or 3, depending on how much information you have to share. Don't forget to indent your paragraph. My next sentence is going to be my first detail, telling more about what it's like now. This is who changed it. So who is the person who changed or made the changes to your invention? So here's what I wrote. The biggest changes in the calendar were made by Julius Caesar. The last change to our modern calendar was made by Pope Gregory the 13th. So there were 2 people that made changes to the modern calendar, and so I wrote about both of them. But you may only have 1 person to talk about, or you may not even have a specific person. You may just have to describe what was changed and put kind of this sentence and the next one sort of together. It'll depend on what you are able to learn and what you're able to find out about your specific topic. So this one, when did it change? Here, it's just a simple in 1582, so it's not even a complete sentence, as you will notice. So sometimes, just so you know, the information that you're putting in might end up being a complete thought. It might actually be something that you combine with something else. So I even talked about on the last slide that you might combine these 2 ideas together if there's not a specific person. But these details should all be about the changes. And I'm just breaking it down into the different parts of the change that you might want to talk about in your next sentences. So what else could we talk about how it changed? We can also give details as to why or how it changed. So in 1582, I'm going to describe the change that was made. He is referring back to Pope Gregory, he ruled that any year that ended in a 00 must be evenly divisible by 400 in order to have a 29-day February. That's our leap year. This keeps the seasons matching up with their month and is the reason we have a leap year every 4 years. So these ideas, you're going to have to combine and play with them depending on what information you find about your topic. Make sure you do a lot of digging because the more information you find, the easier it's going to be to write about it. And that is going to make your paragraph 2. So let's read it in its entirety. In modern times, the calendar has 365 days. Every 4 years, the calendar is adjusted with a leap year to keep the seasons in line with the months. The biggest changes in the calendar were made by Julius Caesar. The last change to our modern calendar was made by Pope Gregory the 13th. In 1582, he ruled that any year that ended in a 00 must be evenly divisible by 400 in order to have a 29-day February. This keeps the seasons matching up with their month and is the reason we have leap year every 4 years.